Greetings, brothers and sisters, in the name of Yahushua and the Father, Yahuwah. How y'all doing? Now, before I get into the topic, 200, quick little 200, quick little 200. It ain't been that long. I know of, and I've been seeing multiple people on these on YouTube or all types of platforms for so long, trying to build up followers, get nowhere near where I'm at. So that's all glory to the Father. And I apologize if I'm a little sniffly for the first couple minutes of this video. I just got through shedding a few, warrior tears, thinking about my dad, because I seen the day he passed, April 1st, 2020, just pop up so many times and all sorts of headlines and just psyops. So it was clearly a hot date, and they clearly took advantage of that. So it just kind of, hit, I guess. But that's besides the point. We got a very hey, look. We got a very, very important topic today. Like, this is gonna be this should let you know just how close we is to the reemergence of the kingdom. So we got 3 verses here. I'm gonna read these 3 verses and play a little clip and then get to the point. Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Hebrews, I can't read them numbers. For the word of God is living and active, sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing to the division of soul and of spirit, of joints and of marrow, and discerning the thoughts and intentions of the heart. And finally, John 32:8. But it is the spirit in man, the breath of the Almighty, that makes him understand. Alright, now let's roll this clip.
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
Now, the easiest way to explain this, how it pertains to a human being, or what we're considered, is think of it as like a phone. So the phone itself is obviously the body, it houses everything. And the spirit or the mind is like the iOS. It's the iOS. It's the Android. It's the interface of the phone, what you click on to get the shit. But once you buy a new phone, a brand new phone, it's stock. There's nothing on it. It's just a blank slate. They're all the same thing. That's where the soul comes in. The soul is like the Wi-Fi connection. So the soul is basically what gives rise to everything that makes that phone your phone. You feel me? And so I talked about this in other videos. There's 3 layers to like the human body, right? You got the outside, which is the body. Then you got the inside, which is the blood. And you got what's in your blood, which is your soul. Which, like I said before, that's why when you bleed too much, you die. So that's how that works. Let's read this. Psalm 144, 1 through 3. Psalm 144, 1 is my single favorite verse of all time, just so you know. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower, and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. Lord, what is man that thou takest knowledge of him, or the son of man that thou makest account of him? You did. Which leads into the point of this video. What is your aura? Now, your aura is real, okay? Like, let me just get this out of the way. First of all, I'll go to the Father, because the way this video probably finna come together is gonna make sense. But anyway, most of what we finna talk about might seem a little outlandish, but it's really not. It's true. The reason they have all this stuff coded in these shows that we talked about a million times before is because this is stuff that people actually need to know, rather than going to school, learning useless bullshit, and getting caught up in a cycle so you can just work and die for the rest of your life. All the stuff that niggas need to know and niggas did know back in the day is what they have flipped to make fake. And in actuality, it's the way the world works. So, as I'm sure we talked about before, every human has like an electromagnetic field around them, basically. And it comes from your heart. Like, you really supposed to, you could think with your heart and live from your heart, because your brain is supposed to take orders from your heart. So if you find yourself struggling with your mind a lot, just kind of live from your heart. It's it's not as hard to do as you think as it sounds. You just gotta like like the way it feels when you think from your brain, just move it down towards the chest area. I solved a lot of problems by doing that. But anyway, so your heart is like 100 times more powerful than your brain electrically, and like 5,000 times more powerful magnetically or something. And that should ring a bell because this whole universe, well, not whole universe, where we're at right now is, electromagnetic spectrum. So, I mean, click, click, click. And the way that, first of all, a lot of people don't even know that shit. And the way that a lot of them will teach it, because they're new agers who don't want you to know the truth, they'll just say it like, they'll keep it basic. They'll be like, oh, yeah, your heart, if you're in a positive state of mind, your heart will affect others and lift their state of mind and stuff, which is very true. But it's so much more than that. This is not just about your heart. Like, this is literally your life force energy. Like, everybody has this. Everybody has the potential to use it, but nobody does it. And am I sounding familiar? And am I sounding like somebody from some one of these damn shows you done seen? We gonna get into that. And here, you see, we got One Piece again. Honestly, hands down, if not the worst case of predictive programming, it's up there. But like Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Mad Max, and shit, like this. That's why I don't watch this shit. But anyway, so this is what they call that hockey in the damn show, right? It protects you much like invisible armor, and it increases the strength of your attacks and powerful ability. But one level above that is the ability to have the hockey, quote unquote, you clad yourself into your enemy and destroy them from the inside out. That's far more powerful now. If that sounds kind of outlandish and it sounds like it's impossible, let me tell you, it's not. Niggas do this shit all the time. Y'all done seen hella niggas break shit with their fingers and light stuff on fire with their fingers. Those are not, they're not going as hard. Like, those people like that are set up on purpose to make you think that these type of things only go to a certain extent. But no, them niggas who, like, when you see in them shows and movies, niggas be punching people, and then like a little second later, like another shockwave comes and it'll like blow up their insides or something, bro. That's real. Like, all this invisible suit of armor makes your attacks more powerful. I'm telling you, I put this on I put this on my faith. I put this on my allegiance to the Most High. I put this on my status as an archangel of Abba Yahuwah. Like, this is the realest thing ever. I'm telling y'all. Cause I've only been doing this. First of all, the only reason I even started taking this seriously was because Abba literally told me to. I'm not gonna get into how, but he literally told me to learn energy, like start learning this. So I was like, okay, bet. I'm obedient. So I was like, okay, bet. And at first, it felt so corny because I was like, dog, I'm literally in here looking like I'm freaking training to pass the tuning exams or something. But as soon as I started feeling it, like for real, I realized that ain't nothing fake about this shit, bro. And it only took like 2 days really to like feel it. I'm telling you, it's like the way they be describing it in the shows, where they be like, it's like a magnetic steam around you. That's exactly how it feels. I can't see it yet still. I'm not at the point where I can see it yet, but I can very, very easily make something come out and I can feel it. Bro, like dog, if what I'm talking about sounds surreal or out of your reach, it's not. But we gonna get into that.
Through the manipulation of life energy called chakra. Chakra is a Sanskrit or ancient Indian word used in a number of Hindu and Buddhist traditions. For example, Kundalini Yoga. The term refers to one of 6 or 7 energy centers in the human body in which energy converges. However, unlike in Naruto, this term does not refer to the energy itself. In Hindu philosophy, the life energy is called prana. In Chinese philosophy and medicine, it is called chi, and in Japanese, ki. In an interview with Shonen Jump, Kishimoto admitted that his chakra wasn't referencing Indian mysticism and explained that it is similar to chi, or the Force in Star Wars. My guess is Kishimoto didn't want to be tied down by a concept like chi, which had already been depicted extensively in other manga like Dragon Ball. Instead, he chose to call his fictional life energy chakra and give it the properties he wished.
Now, you know these niggas be lying their ass off. Once you get to that level, either Kishimoto knows or he's just a whole spirit puppet. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, as you can see, every single culture has some variation of this. So there's obviously a concept there. And you see I put this back on the screen because they are the ones who pervert this shit. I want y'all to pay attention to the bottom one. But it is in the spirit of the man. But it is the spirit in man, the breath of the Almighty, the breath of life. I've talked about this in, I think, the angelic combat video. Yeah, I talked about it. They the ones who want to call it ki, prana, and shit, and have all these damn gates and shit. They the ones who want to do all that, bro. All it is the breath of life. All right, it's very simple. And once I get into explaining how to actually do this towards the end of the video, you're gonna see that they twisted because they want to take everything away from Appa, right? They want to take everything away from Yahuwah. There's a certain way that we're supposed to do it because, bro, like for example, the tribe of Gad, they were renowned for strength of body, so being great warriors, and strength of mind. So they were renowned for their strength of body and their strength of mind in equal force. What do you think they were doing? They were warriors. So I mean, yeah, they was probably reading books and shit, but I mean, if they're and learning and shit, but I mean, if they're like a clan of great warriors, and they're renowned for their mental prowess. Along with that, obviously something just gotta go hand in hand at some point. You feel me? And also notice how he brought up Star Wars, the Force. Y'all already know what the Force is. Ruach. My nigga, Hebrews have literally said to me, "May the Force be with you," and I was like, "Appreciate it." What you mean? Like that's how this goes. Anyway, you may be wondering, what is up with Japan? Why are they always just like, why are they so, like, like, Japan is by far, as I know, the most adept when it comes to, like, coding this shit. There's a reason for that, though. I'm going to show you. After I play this little clip of Nappa and Vegeta talking about Super Saiyans or hybrids, angelic human hybrids like me and like a couple people you know, but you actually don't know. And then once I play and explain and talk about it a little bit, what I'm gonna show you after that, it's probably gonna it's gonna make you think about something.
それにしてもカカロットの息子の戦闘力はサイヤ人の子供と比べても異常に高いな。
なんかの間違いじゃないんですか？
いや、間違いなんかじゃない。現にラディッツのやつはあのガキの一撃で大きなダメージを食らってしまった。どうやら我々と地球人との血が混じり合うと強力なパワーを持つ雑種ができるようだな。
スーパーサイヤ人ってとこか。
Now, I want you to pause the screen as these go by and look at all these yourself, because you remember in the Bible, the Most High talks about how we got in trouble for, messing with them heathen nations. We was messing with them heathen nations. So, like, pause and read every single slide. And then we go continue. So as you can clearly see, Israel was all up in Japan. So there's an answer to the question, how come Japan always shows so much? Because they know. It's plain and simple. They know. Goddamn. Yeah, as you can see, the last slide, you can see they put the same black boxes on their head as some fake ass Jews do. Which, yeah, that's the connection right there. We know the synagogue of Satan loves making fun of us. So let's take a look at something real quick. And this right here, y'all gonna know who this is. They said to him, no. They're talking to Samson. No, we will only bind you and give you into their hands. We will surely not kill you. So they bound him with 2 new ropes. Y'all niggas know how strong rope is. And brought him up from the rock. When he came to Lehi, the Philistines came shouting to meet him. Then the Spirit of the Lord rushed upon him. And the ropes that were on his arms became as flax that has caught fire. And his bonds melted. Listen to what this is saying. Flax that has caught fire, and his bonds melted off his hands. And he found a fresh jawbone of a donkey, and put out his hand and took it. And with it he struck 1,000 men. I was about to say 100. 1,000 men. And Samson said, with the jawbone of a donkey, heaps upon heaps, with the jawbone of a donkey have I struck down 1,000 men. As soon as he had finished speaking, He threw away the jawbone out of his hand. And that place was called Ramathlei. Okay, well, let's... The ropes became as flax that has caught fire, and his bonds melted. Well, how do you cause things to melt? Intense heat, intense energy, right? Intense amounts of energy. It transfers into heat, transfers into the shit melting. Well, what do you think that looks like? And if you disagree, I would love to hear how you can explain that. What else that could possibly be? Anyway, let's get even more in depth with it, cause these niggas love these. Oh my goodness, they have such a good time appropriating our culture. It's quite the spectacle to behold. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs, and I will make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools. Okay, we know Zionists. We know Zionists study the Bible. We know now that Japan and the Zionists and the Jews might as well just be one and the same with the shit they be doing. So, Dragon Ball Z.
I won't let you get away with this! I won't let you!
It's where it was like word for word. Like, what you think just happened there? Especially with that the second one. If you don't know what anime that is, that's Yu Yu Hakusho. Especially with all that rainbow, man. Like, come on. Oh, that. All that rainbow. What? Come on, man. These niggas know exactly what they doing, which is why, and like they take it too far. Like, this is why Goku had this whole speech after he first went Super Saiyan. And it's funny that most people refer to this speech as the I am speech, like Goku's I am speech. Like, if you type in Goku Super Saiyan speech, it's gonna pop up the I am speech. Like, whether that's a synchronicity or whether niggas did that on purpose really doesn't matter, because all it shows is what's really going on.
You can destroy planets, but you can never destroy what I am, friend.
You... What are you?
I am the hope of the universe. I am the answer to all living things that cry out for peace. I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth.
Okay, now read this. Go back and watch this clip that I just played if you got to again. You can't tell me shit else. Okay. I know what that just was. I understand the connection. You can't tell me nothing else. If you agree with me, that's great. If not, boy, you lost. Anyway. Now that we done with that, we about to get into a lot before I actually start like talking about how to actually do this shit. We about to get into the right way. The right way. Emphasize that. We about to get into a lot of examples. Like, we're not going to spend too much time on each one of them because it's a lot, but I'm really just going to beat into your head that these niggas repeating this shit for a reason. Like, y'all should know at this point, when they put all these movies in Hollywood and all these cartoons out, and they put all this repetitive nonsense out, they're trying to dumb something down or mystify something, make something think it's not real. Like, for the longest time, motherfuckers thought that Harry Potter shit and that Wizards of Waverly Place shit was fake, until I found out a long time ago that witches and wizards and warlocks and shit are anything but fake. You feel me? So let's get into it. So first up, we got Nin from Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter. A lot of you probably heard of this shit. It's really popular. I watched the whole thing a while ago. Something else about these niggas. So Hunter x Hunter is an extremely esoteric show. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. That show is, bro, if you have eyes to see, you honestly. Anyway, the Chimera Ant, if you don't know who the Chimera Ant Queen is, look her up. I actually saw through, like, gematria messages, like, the Chimera Ant Queen, bro, like, she's fucking real. Like, and, like, these niggas who be in the deep state and shit, like, they be striking deals with all types of these demonic alien beings. Like, bro, well, fucked up. I'm not even gonna sit here and cap. But anyway, so Nin from Hunter x Hunter is praised far and wide as one of the best power systems in any anime. And what pisses me off is that these authors be getting all this credit and all these praise, and like they just be, man. The basic way it works, it's gonna be explained to a clip, but I want you to notice patterns. There's patterns throughout all these systems. It comes from your body. Everybody has it, and it always changes, and it's always different based on the user. That's pretty much universal throughout every single one of these quote-unquote power systems.
それが生命エネルギー、オーラです。見えるでしょ。目の昇降も開かれていますからね。
湯気みたいだ。夜間の注ぎ口から吹き出す蒸気そっくりだ。全身から思いっきり立ち上がってるぜ。どんどんほとばしってるけど、これってやばくね？
生命エネルギーですから、このままの勢いで出し続ければ当然疲れます。一旦オーラを出し尽くせば全身疲労で立てませんよ。
やっぱり
いいですか？オーラを体に留めようと念じながら構えてください。目を閉じて。どんな方でもいいです。自分のイメージしやすい構えで、そしてオーラが血液のように全身を巡っているよう想像してください。頭のてっぺんから右の肩、手、足を通り左側へ。そしてその流れが次第にゆっくり止まり、体の周りで揺らいでいるイメージを思い浮かべるのです。なんて子供たちだ。自然体が最も天を行いやすいことを教えられずに理解している。一度のアドバイスでそれをマスターしてしまった。素晴らしい。そして恐ろしい。ゆっくり目を開けて。どんな感じですか？
なんかゆるい粘液の中にいるみたい。重さのない服を着てるみたいだ。
そのイメージを常に持ち続けてください。慣れれば寝ていても天が使えるようになります。
Alright, now it's quite a lot to unpack here. Anyway, so what's real, what's not real? keep it a buck. Everything you just saw was real. Like, I put this on my life. Okay. Me personally, I'm at the point I told y'all earlier. I can't see it yet, and I can't really keep it from flowing out like they can. Like, when I get into that when I start feeling it a lot, it literally looks. It feels like how it looked before they got the hang of it. It started like, it feels like it's flowing. Like, it's crazy, but like, well, it's not crazy. It's real life, but you know, it seems crazy when you first start doing it. But something else. Them two little niggas, twin flames, that's us. Notice how the other boy back there was looking at him like, oh, how are they doing this, nigga? That's Yasharala. That's you. This is the fun part. Cause see, I told y'all when I started teaching y'all how to do this later, I'm teaching y'all the right way. We don't gotta do all that years upon years upon years upon years just to master one basic. No. Not this set apart seed, boy. I'm telling you. This like they got everything from us. So who do you think, bro? Man, y'all already know Yasharale Israelites back in the day was different. Like, come on, man. What you think we was on back then? Not even just this. Come on, man. But and as far as the visualization, like, people don't understand how important visualization is. You know, a lot of y'all probably heard about the law of attraction, law of manifestation, blah, 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 all this, that, and the third. You know, I pray for what I want, but whatever. Yeah, there's some truth to that, because you have to realize that thoughts are very powerful. Like, you have to, like, really think about what is a thought. Like, let's say, for example, you're sitting completely idle. You don't want to move. You don't want to talk. You don't do anything. So you decide to get up. You think that you want to get up. And then that thought becomes an action. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, you think that you want to speak. And then that thought then translates to the vibrations in your vocal cords that form the deviations in air pressure that the other person's ears perceive as the sound or whatever you want it to say. So thoughts are very powerful. And I'm finna show you. Niggas learning this shit from an anime. I'm finna show you something real quick. Now, this picture, because Abba had already told me to start learning this before, so I was like trying to figure out how to do it, basically. This picture from a damn fucking comic book, a manga, this is something that they tell you is fiction. Literally is what got me started. This is from some shit called, okay, before I say that, when people talk about mystery schools and ancient knowledge that's been lost in like Freemasonic knowledge and shit like that, this is the type of shit they're talking about. They're not like, this is the type of shit they're talking about. Anyway, this picture is what like really got me started, because this nigga, this series Jujutsu Kaisen is evil as fuck. Like, they use curse energy, which is fueled by negative emotions. So this is the left hand path. We're definitely the opposite of that, because I'm gonna get into that later when I talk about actually how to do it. But in the show, he's explaining to the main character about how the curse energy flows. It starts from your belly, through your chest, through your shoulders, your arms, to your fists. Dog, that's literally how it goes. Because when you breathe, first of all, the first step to even getting to this is breathing through your diaphragm and not your lungs. Because we start off breathing through our diaphragms as children. Or as infants, I mean, you know, like newborns. Like, if you ever look at an infant, you can tell they breathe through their stomach. That's the way you're supposed to breathe, because it's just better. Look it up. So that's the first thing you got to do. So that's literally real. Like, that's literally real. Like, even if you don't get into the actual, like, flowing and visualizing and all that, just breathing through your diaphragm is enough to make a big difference by itself. So, shit, if you don't try nothing else in this video, try that. Try breathing through your diaphragm. You can look up how to do it, or I'll give you a quick crash course. Basically, when you breathe through your lungs, you know, you breathe through your nose, and you feel like the air going in through your nose and like up, back, and like into your lungs. Instead of that, you breathe in and it's kind of like you breathe in and like swallow the air at the same time, and like push your stomach out and expand it. So instead of breathing up and letting the air go up, back, you know, through your throat into your lungs, you force it down into your stomach, poke it out, And you'll notice, like, especially if you ain't never done it before, you gonna notice. You gonna feel like you just do it. On to the next one. We talked about hockey before. I was trying to get into it a little bit more. So, mysterious power, yeah. Look at the bottom. All living beings in the world are capable of learning hockey. However, most people do not notice it or fail to awaken it. Wasn't I just saying that earlier? It can be used to sense people's spiritual energy and predict their actions, give the user protective coding of spiritual energy, and for a certain group of chosen ones, us, overpower the willpower of others. Yes, all the time. All right. Now, as far as like the actual, like in the show, the Conquerors hockey knocking niggas out, we not there yet. We will be soon. But as far as like predicting actions, yeah, if you train it, you can because, yeah, you can. Because like, think. When you're walking on the street or something and somebody's walking behind you, you can't tell they're behind you, but you can have headphones in. If they get close enough, you will turn around because you feel like something's behind you. That's because they're touching your aura. You dig? Like, it's very simple. So if you train to refine that or expand it, then, I mean, yeah, see how that works? And then protective coding of spiritual energy and can also empower their attacks. It doesn't say that right here, but yeah, that's by itself. Even if you don't get into the actual invisible suit or armor part, like why do you think boxers breathe when they punch or the karate niggas yell when they hit? It's because they're breathing. They're breathing. You can't yell without breathing, my nigga. So they're breathing, syncing up the breath with the movement, and it makes it stronger. That's just the breath by itself, nothing else. So like, this shit gets deep. Also, in this show, notice how I was talking about in the last one, Jujutsu Kaisen, that the curse energy is based off negative emotions. Now, that's one part that is very true in real life, but they don't put that in every single one. In this one, in One Piece, hockey is literally like the manifestation of your willpower. So if you have two clashes of hockey, whoever has the strongest willpower is going to win. That's real talk, because we'll get into that later, though, about how the emotions like play into it. Because remember, it comes from the heart. You know, your magnetic field, your electric field, the heart is stronger than the brain in both of those areas. And when, you know what they say, home is where the heart is. Nah, the heart is where your home is, buddy. All right, and this next one from Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba, if you a weeb. This shit is so popular, bro. Like, I seen this video where some niggas was talking about sales. Bro, the second best-selling manga was a manga called Kingdom that sold 5.9 million. This shit, which was number one, sold 56 million copies, bro. Over 50 million difference. So niggas love this series. And what are they talking about? Breathing. But of course, see, they can't tell the whole truth. Because as you can see in the overview, it says the breathing styles make use of specific and concentrated breath patterns which increase the user's lung capacity. And I just talked about it's supposed to be from your diaphragm. They can't tell the whole truth. Obviously not. But here we go again. Talking about the breathing. And in this show, it's just the breathing. They don't even get into the actual aura part. It's just the breathing. You feel me? Breathing is very important. Next up, Boryoku from Shaman King. Essential to even the most basic shaman magic. And shamans are real, bro. So it's like called mana in the English version of manga. It is a measure of the sixth sense that an organism is born with, generally a product of willpower. Can be generated either naturally or artificially by golems. Golems are real. Ryuga's consistency is contingent upon the being's conviction. Like I said in the beginning of this damn video, every living thing is given a measure for Yoku by who they call the Great Spirit. So this is definitely some Native American type fucking inversion. You know how they do. Yeah, and they talking about some other shit, but you see the pattern? Next up, Yu Yu Hakusho. Buddy who was wrapped in blue energy at the beginning of the video is Yusuke from this show, Yu Yu Hakusho. In this show, there are 4 types of energy: spirit energy, life energy, demon energy, and sacred energy. Spirit energy is the energy possessed by all humans. It is very powerful if used correctly and can be wielded by any spiritually aware human. However, the strength of the energy varies between person to person, and it is unique from person to person, much in the same way as fingerprints and voice prints. I'm reading this shit straight from the wiki, bro. Like, let's just talk about this. Life energy is the last resort for demons and humans to use it. And if it kills them, if they use it, all of it, it kills them. So like your aura, if you're using your aura, you're using your spirit to like attack something, for example, you run out of that, you start using, like I was talking about earlier, you got your body, your blood, and your soul. So like you using life energy will be like taking the soul out of your blood and like using that. And you can definitely get to that point if you ever want to do that shit. Cause things finna change. Things finna get real different around here soon. Y'all can tell. Just look around. Look at the world. Then next we got demon energy, and its strength varies greatly on the user. As stated by a character in the show, which I remember him saying this, it's not always as strong as spirit energy, but it gives a more pleasurable sensation. Left-hand path, bro. Evil is quick to rise and quicker to fall, while good is slow and enduring and eternal. It says in the wiki right here, it is also often more potent than spirit energy, due to humans usually possessing far greater amounts of energy than humans. So it's not stronger just because, it's stronger because the fucking demons. And then last but not least, our power. Well, one of them, because we can use spirit energy too, obviously, right now. But we got our sacred energy coming. So in this show, they call sacred energy or holy aura the highest echelon of power that any being can harness. It is supposedly the most holy and powerful of all energy, the evolution of spirit energy. Keep in mind that the nigga who made this show that I'm talking about right now is the exact same dude who made that Hunter x Hunter shit. The exact same person. The exact same nigga. Also happens to be married to the girl who made Sailor Moon, which is another show full of real witchcraft, real magic, and real just overall bullshit. You feel me? According to Koimna, which is basically supposed to be Tammuz in the show, while any being can harness the sacred energy, the process of obtaining it is arduous, requiring at least 40 years of discipline and training. We don't need that. All we waiting for is purple rain. It's over with. So you see how special we are? It's good. We Gucci. And dog, if that's not enough for you, if you need more examples, look up Soul Wavelength from the show Soul Eater. Look up Ki from the show Fire Force. Look up Ki from Dragon Ball Z. Look up Spiral Energy from Gurren Lagann. That's esoteric as hell because the spiral, that's representative of like, the spiral, the helix, and the DNA, how spirals be showing up in nature and shit, the Fibonacci sequence. So that's esoteric as hell. That spiral energy from Gurren Lagann. And Saint Seiya Cosmo, which is literally Ruach, bro. Like they're burning like space dust. Like so I hope you get the point. Y'all realize how Hollywood is. Y'all know they don't want us knowing nothing beneficial. They hide all types of shit. So let's get into the good part of the video. Let's get into some details, man. Alright, so we 200 subscribers deep. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know I'm very uncouth, but I speak the truth. However, I'm gonna attempt to be a bit more serious because I really like giving out kicking game right now. Like this shit ain't no joke. So basically when I was told me to like start learning this, I saw that picture that I put in the beginning, or not the beginning, but earlier in the video from that Jujutsu Kaisen shit. And it was that dude, remember, talking about how it starts in the belly, flows up through the chest and all that. Okay, well, I was on that for a few, and then later on it came along my spirit to draw these pictures to help myself. So you can use those if you want to. Let's break those down a little bit. So first one, learn energy. That's actually the message that popped up. Like to explain how I knew what it meant and how significant it was would take way too long. So just know, Abba basically taught me that directly. Learn energy a couple times, not even just that way. So I wrote that on the paper to remind myself, and then I drew that quick. I don't even be trying. Drew that. 3 tips I got on the left. Breathe right. What did that say? Mind clear as possible because it is based off your emotions. Now, let me give you some examples. Well, actually, hold up. Let me run through it first. And then stay focused. Remember why, who you do it for. As you can see, I got my body, got the aura surrounding it, and I got the red lines representing, it flowing. So what I'm doing in this picture and what I would be doing in real life is I would be breathing in through my nose down to the diaphragm, like I said. And as I'm breathing in, I'm visualizing it coming in as like basically just whatever at first you need to like give it some type of form, like visualize it like as like blue light or something. But once you get to the point of feeling it, I learned this actually like damn last night, like a couple of nights ago. I'm still new to this. Quick interjection because I forgot to add this part and I didn't want to add at the end, because this part's really important. This shit is directly like your emotions fuel this. Like literally, whenever I'm in a good mood, praising mood, and I'm like, you know how them days go. Elect days, yeah, 144 days where everything is going right. You feeling good. It flows, and it's like, dude, literally, it's surreal. Like it's, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, this shit is real life because I've been doing it for like a week now. Once you get to that point, you're gonna be like, dog, am I really? Yes, you really are. On the flip side, this like when I like started thinking about this is what really made me like kind of like, okay, well, there's really something here. You feel me? I noticed whenever I was in basically like turmoil or like just not really at ease, not really at harmony in my body, it's like it still flows, but it's like it's harder. You feel me? Like literally, this is, bro, it's real life, bro. Like it's affected by your emotions. If you're sad or not feeling it, it's gonna be like you damn cutting on a little faucet and it's trickling. Where on the flip side, if you in a great mood, praising, you going hard, it's like a damn fire hose. I'm so serious. That's how this shit works for real. Don't force it. Like don't force it to have a shape once you start feeling it. Like just breathe it in, and whatever it like appears to you in your mind's eye as, or whatever it like feels like in your body, that's just what it is. So you would breathe in, gather it in your stomach, and then visualize it as you breathe out, traveling up. Like the nigga said in the picture, I'm telling y'all, they crazy. Visualize it traveling up, like the nigga said in the picture, through your shoulders, down, and into your hands. And also at the same time, it going down, spreading out both sides of your hips, through your legs, and also going up into your head. It's a lot easier than it sounds once you do it. As you can see down there, I got another example of how niggas might like throw a punch with it. Because I gotta explain this. This is not just for fighting, like, because the way I got to the point where I could even like start throwing this shit with punches and kicks and shit, which is crazy, by the way. I'm telling y'all, bro, this shit is real. Like, this is real life. I'm not kicking y'all no type of bullshit right now, bro. Like, on my mom, on my daddy's soul. Like, I'm not. This is not just strictly for fighting. This is literally like how to energize yourself. Like, the way I got started with this was not throwing punches and breathing right, although I started doing that too. The way I got started with it was I just wanted to see how it worked, so I would start doing that. Then I noticed, okay, I'm feeling something, because I stopped focusing on what I should be feeling and was focused on what I did feel. Okay, I was like, I'm feeling something. Then like, because like it didn't even take that long, because here's the difference between us and the rest of these niggas. Here's the difference between us, Yasharala, using the breath of life, and the rest of these niggas using prana and ki and shit, which is why they take so damn long to get good with it. We go through, first of all, in the name of our king, we go through the Father. Every single time while I was doing this, when I felt something or when I just made progress, I would always say, in basically the mother of all languages, the like original Hebrew language, Congo, I say Kimbo Natata Abba Yahuwah, which means thank you, Heavenly Father, And Abba is affectionate, so it's like thank you, But like, and I'll say something like that, like be like Kimbo Natata Abba Yahuwah, thank you for showing me these things, thank you for allowing me to do these things, you feel me? And like the whole time I'll just be saying that in my mind, sometimes out loud, before or after I'm done doing it, I'll be like, I thank you. Show me guidance, guide me along the way, show me how to do it. And like literally, he's the one that told me, that gave me the tip that I just gave y'all earlier about not forcing an image onto the energy. I heard his like voice in my mind while I was doing it, and he was like, just let it, like, don't force the image on it, just let it flow. And after he told me that and I started doing it, it got even easier. You feel me? So that's like the number one thing. If you really like want to goddamn get right with it, go through the Father. And that's why niggas be getting fast tracked. But anyway, to like the real practical uses of this, bro, like I just said, or like I said earlier, this is not just for fighting. Like the way I really got like hip on this before I even started like throwing hands with it was just walking. Cause like I ended up walking. I ended up having all this information in my mind before I even drew these pictures, because he had told me to learn energy, and I was like, okay, let me think about it and figure out how to do it. So I had all this in my mind, and that day, through a series of events, I ended up walking for a pretty long time along a trail. So the whole time I was walking to the trail, on the trail, then off the trail, and back to my crib, I was breathing, doing this, but I wasn't really too focused on my arms per se. I was really directing it towards the legs. It's like, it's just as simple as it sounds. It's all visualization. If you wanted to, like, let's say, throw up a strong punch, you would visualize breathing in, it's gathering in your stomach, it's flowing through your whole body, but it's like a higher concentration in your fist. And I'm telling you, bro, this shit really does work. Like, I'm telling you, it really does. And the way I found out is because when I was walking, I noticed I was testing it. I would like just walk, breathe normally. Then I would walk while breathing, visualizing the energy flowing to my legs, like flowing, glowing brightly. Bro, I'm like, on my life, on Abba himself, I'm telling you, this makes a difference. Like, I would go from, because this is the long ass trail, I would go from walking sluggish because my legs were starting to get tired. Every time I would breathe and visualize it going into my legs, it's like a burst of energy. Like, I can't make this up, dog. Like, I'll be sauntering slowly, then breathe hella energy into my legs and literally start putting skips in my steps, start jogging, and then just keep doing it. I'm telling you, like, when I be training, throwing punches and kicks and shit, I'll go throw punches and kicks without this and then do it with it. And I just notice everything's easier. I stay on balance easier. They hit harder. It hurts less. And I just start doing all types of crazy shit. And I've only been on this for like a week, bro. I swear. So, I swear, this shit, like if you, like, fuck throwing hands for a minute, because that's what most people think of when it comes to this shit. Fuck throwing hands for a minute. My nigga, if you're trying to lift something, you're just trying to walk, or you're just trying to feel better, because when you, like, if you're anxious and you breathe in, keep it in your stomach, breathe out all the negativity, and breathe in kindness, grace, mercy, breathe in our Father's presence. Like, telling you, bro, the mind is very powerful. This stuff works. For real. It really, like, I'm trying to drive this home because I can understand how this shit might sound. No, bro, it really, really works. I'm hoping by this point in the damn video, you get that point. But as far as one more important thing, the meditation, that's also where we differ, because when I meditate, I'm not so much meditating as I'm doing the breathing while sitting down, and I'm praying at the same time. So, like, I'm sitting down, might even have my damn legs crossed, because that doesn't really matter. It's just comfortable to get your spine straight. So I might be sitting down, my spine straight, could be in a chair, it doesn't really matter. I'm doing the breathing, focusing on the breath. I'm focusing on visualizing the breath come in, feeling it in my stomach, feeling it come up, spread out, and do all that. But the whole time, I'm also constantly just praising, thanking my Father. It don't even gotta be for what I'm doing. It's just me praying while I'm doing it. And I'll be like, in my mind's eye, while I'm doing it, I'll be like, thank you for allowing me to do these things and to know these things. Thank you for giving me guidance, stuff like that. See, that's where we differ, because we go through our Father. And that's why in the story we was talking about earlier with Samson, he didn't just power up. It said explicitly first, the Spirit of the Lord came upon him and he powered up, because that's how this works, okay? You don't just get it by yourself. If you do, that's where you get the whole goddamn Karate Kid, nigga, I'm in the woods 8 years just to be able to do this shit. That's the left hand side. That's the godless side. On our side, my nigga, it's freely given, because you have to realize this type of stuff comes from us. This type of stuff was what we was on. This type of stuff is what we got off of. And that's why these damn fallen ones is trampling all over humanity the way they is now. In big part because, well, you know, the reason why is obviously because our Father willed it too, because we was fucking up. But how they actually did it, and like the actual steps taken to dumb down humanity to the point where they at now, shit like this was taken away. And they started feeding us all this bullshit they be feeding us. And all the whole manner, host of other things. Like I said, what these Masons and shit consider divine knowledge and fucking mystery schools and all that is shit like this, bro. Because you have to understand, if you do research on a toroidal field or like the electromagnetic properties of your heart and your brain and shit, you will see that nothing I'm talking about is anything outlandish. Cause everybody know about this. Like, my nigga, I mean, just think about it. Like, when you walk into a room, when the life of the party walk into a room, why you think he called it life of the party? Or when you get a bad vibe of somebody, you just walking past them. Or let's say you ever walked past somebody that you was intimidated by, and you felt like a staticky wave, like travel, like nigga, like, we already know everything is energy and frequency, so that's how this shit plays out. But I'm probably gonna end this little thing with a few clips talking about the heart and thoughts and how they go. Keep in mind, I gotta take these from a straight up whole new ager, so I'm gonna try to cut out the parts where he's talking about some bullshit. But if I had to leave in to where he's throwing in some of his own doctrine, just discern. But anyway, yeah, all praises to the kingdom and the glory of Yahusha unto Father Yahuwah. Came made this video because it's time to go, bro. It's time to get going soon. And knowledge like this is going to come in very, very, very handy. Especially if you really go, like, try to apply it. Like, I'll tell you how I started. Like, building it up. I started off 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. It goes by very quickly. And after, like, a day or two, you'll probably want to do more than that. 5 minutes of what I was talking about, the meditation prayer, where I'm breathing and praying at the same time. It works wonders. And then after that, I would do 10 basically repetitions of me just breathing in and visualizing it flow through my whole body. Then I do 5 repetitions on each arm of me breathing in, doing like a light punch, like not even like throwing a punch, just like moving my arm forward and like feeling it and visualizing it flow. Because you have to realize this is more finesse and mental than anything. This is not about power necessarily. So like, if you try this and you don't like, you're not feeling it, and you're straining yourself, straining your arms, like trying to like feel it flow, you're not doing it right. It's mental. It's all about the mind game. You feel me? It's all about the mind game. Anyway, all praises to the kingdom in the name of Yahushua and the Father Yahuwah. Y'all stay prayed up, and man, that trumpet finna sound.